9.7 the high. I'm with REM and Losing My Religion, a song that was once banned in Ireland for its supposedly sacrilegious message. It's 8:41. It's never too early and never too late to start planning for your financial future. Hey, it's important, and the great place to start is Statler Financial Services. Let's see what Phillip has for us today. Hey, good morning there, Phillip.
Good morning, Scott. Hey, it's good to be back with you again. I know that I'm sure that you're counting down the days that Dave comes back. You get a little extra sleep, right?
I wouldn't mind the morning show so much if it would start like at 1 in the afternoon. That would be good for me, Phillip.
Hey, let's kind of recap yesterday, Scott. It was
Sure.
a little bit of a red day yesterday. Kind of breaking a 5-day win streak on the markets. The Dow was down pretty much even. It's down 0.08%, $21.22, not much, down to 25,390. The Nasdaq was probably the biggest loser yesterday, down about 0.33%, down to $7,375. And then the S&P 500 down about 0.25% to 2731. So all pretty much red ink yesterday. As we get started today, just a heads up, we're kind of heading that same direction today, Scott.
Okay, kind of expect a similar day today, but you probably have some financial news for us, I expect.
We do. Let's look at the big picture first, and the first thing that always comes out on Thursdays is the weekly jobless claims. They're expected to come in about 221,000. They were a little bit over that. They came in at 234,000. So a few more new jobless claims than was expected, but for last week. So, but not too bad of a miss there, Scott. Not much at all. The other big thing, and this is kind of big news. I hadn't even heard this really being bannered around, but here's the deal: SunTrust. Unfortunately, they've been in the news for us quite a while, but they are being merged with BB&T.
Oh, really?
Really?
Did not know. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think anybody did. I mean, that's some really new news, breaking news. So SunTrust is a regional type bank, and as well as BB&T, and so they're going to combine. That puts the value of SunTrust at $66 billion. So it's a pretty big deal, pretty big merger. And I got to tell you, both stocks are really liking that this morning. At least when I looked earlier, the SunTrust is up 10.5% this morning.
Wow.
Pre-market. Yeah. And a lot of times, one of the two mergers will end up with a loss, but not the case today. BB&T is up about 4.5% this morning. So both stocks getting some bump there in terms of the merger and that helping them out, and at least helping their stock price out right now. So okay. Good news there on the regional banking front. So we'll have some new signs popping up around here. Eventually.
Okay, real good. What else do you have for us?
So we do have some earnings, and I want to group these together just a little bit. I want to talk about some high flyers that we talk about quite a bit on the tech side, Twitter being the first one. Twitter came out and they beat the street by 6 cents a share. Revenue was also above forecast, and all their metrics looked really good. However, they came in and kind of gave a little wider than expected current revenue number, and so the markets are not liking that this morning. It's a little bit less than what was anticipated for this current quarter. So they're trading down about 7.3% this morning before it opens up. And then we can look at some restaurants. Right, we've got Dunkin Brands and Yum Brands and Chipotle. So three restaurants chains with some different outcomes. Dunkin Brands beat by 3 cents a share. Revenue though missed. So earnings good, revenue missed on the downside. And so their same store sales were pretty much in line. They gained just a tad bit, but they're trading down about a little over 4% this morning. And we look at Yum Brands, they missed all across the board. They missed on earnings. They missed on revenue. They did register better than expected increase in same-store sales, but they're getting beat up a little bit this morning too. They're down about 1.7% before the market opens up today.
Yeah, Yum Brands. That rings a bell. That's what are some of the brands under Yum Brands? That rings a bell with me.
I forget. You're not a financial person. I forget that.
A financial
God, sorry,
yeah, but I recognize that name.
You recognize the name, don't you? And it's not the Chinese restaurant, okay? It's
right.
a group of companies. Is Kentucky Fried Chicken, it's Taco Bell, it's Pizza Hut. Those are kind of main brands that you see in Yums there. And so so they be, and then Chipotle. I know you and I have not talked about it much, but Dave and I have talked a lot about Chipotle over the last year. They've had a lot of miscues, but I got to tell you that they came in with a good quarter this time. They beat the street by about 25 cents a share. Their revenue also beat the Wall Street forecast. Same restaurant sales were up 6.1%. They're only expected to be up about 4.5%. So they really did well all across the lines there. And if Dave was here, that'd be on probably one of his big winners. It's up a little over 9% this morning before we open up today. So that's kind of the restaurants. Let's look next at a couple common names that don't always sound common. And one of those is Tapestry. And I know you're not going to know who Tapestry is either, but your wife will know what they make. They make things like Coach, Kate Spade. So they make some of those high-end products, mostly for women, not all 100%, but that they lean that way. They came in about 4 cents short of earnings. They also missed on the revenue side. And then one of the big things that's really a no-no when it comes to stocks, they cut their full-year forecast due to a slowing economy. And they're probably one of our bigger losers today. They're down today almost 11.5%, Scott.
No, boy. Okay. All right. Yep. So that's pretty much the winners and the losers there, Phillip?
Well, we've got a lot more, but I know time gets a little bit a little scarce here. So that kind of gives us a good idea of where things are headed this morning. Though, like I said earlier, we are pointing to the red this morning, Scott. And it's a lot bigger red than yesterday. Right now, if we look at the futures, we've got the Dow down about 0.5%, $140. The S&P 500 is down 0.6%, 16 3/4. The Nasdaq's down about 0.7%, so down $48. Gold and silver are both trending down just a little bit, and crude oil is down to $53.34 a barrel. So a lot of red this morning as we get ready to open up on this Thursday morning.
All right, Phillip, any closing thoughts? And tell us about that show too. That's a good thing to talk about. The show.
It is. Hey, I appreciate that, Scott. You know, we do have the Statler Financial Radio Show. It's every weekend, Saturdays at noon, Sundays at 10 a.m. on 7:30 a.m. your sister radio station. And then folks that are really concerned about their retirement and want to making sure that their portfolio really kind of lines up with their risk tolerance, especially folks, if you're 5 to 10 years out from retirement, or if you're already retired, give us a call and schedule one of our x-ray reports. That's numbers 382-0037. If you happen to miss us in the morning, you can follow us on Facebook at Statler Financial Services, where we repost this as a video every morning. So join us as we continue to follow the markets, Scott.
All right, Phil. Thanks so much. Hey, we'll do it one more time tomorrow. Looking forward to it.
All right, man. Talk to you tomorrow.